Hello, 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 hello. I haven't figured out how to start these things. So let's just go with that. Hello again, welcome back. We're going to be editing more of my Uncharted 4 trailer, which I think at this point it's gone. I've worked on this like 15 hours or something like that. I can calculate it on my YouTube archives, but something like that, not including capture. We'll see how my cats are tonight. Ebby's already meowing for attention. But yeah. Yeah, you see, look, he just knows I just started streaming. So he's like, no, no, I hear you not paying attention to me. I don't like when you talk to the computer and not me. Hold on, let's see if I can get him. I'm here. Yes. You know. No. I just come down and play. I was just playing with him. Okay. How about this bed? This one, not the one next to the keyboard. Don't knock over my beer. It's Friday night, so I'm drinking. That sounded very like negative and bitter. I didn't mean that way. I meant in a celebratory way. Okay, so after an agonizing 2 or so hours yesterday of trying to figure out this goddamn intro, I think I have something that's pretty okay. I think. I haven't watched this since I slept on it, so maybe it's not good anymore in my head. And then I made some basic music structure for the section after that, which I'm actually only using one cue right now. I'm going to try to give him some more food and see what happens. And I will be right back. Alright, that'll buy us like a minute of time, maybe. Yeah, let's watch what I did yesterday. Roughly.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for my little brother.
Sam?
It's good to see you again, Nathan. We found the Vitalia.
Henry Avery and his 400 million in jewels and gold.
His name Hector Alcazar ringing a bell with you.
Butcher of Panama, right? Why?
3 months, half the treasure. If you run, I'll know.
This is bad.
You do realize that Rafe knows you're coming. Plus, he's got Nadine and a whole army to back him up.
Don't rush.
Oh, I will. Always do.
Took a long time for him to get out of this game.
He chose this. He's meant for this. My God.
Yeah, you pulled off some clever moves there. But in the end, all that matters is who gets to Avery's treasure first.
I'm done trying to do things the clean way.
Alright. Not bad. I feel pretty good about that, actually. Mix is terrible, but that's because I haven't done proper mix yet. Actually, let me just... Elena's line is really low here, so let me just bring this up.
Don't rush. Make sure.
Oh, and also, when I was at work today, I decided to change some shortcuts around. Actually, let me do this here also. So I realized that, so right now my zoom buttons are the minus and equals keys. Because, I mean, the minus, I mean, the plus is on the equals key if you shift, but, you know, it makes sense. And also that is, oops. So let's nearest, hold on. No, this is this one. Get rid of that. 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Oh, yeah, because in After Effects, when you want to zoom in and out, you use the minus and equals key. And then most editing software, the default is like shift or command plus and minus. I forget what Avid's is. But in Avid, I actually used up and down back in the day for zooming in and out. But what I find is that more often than not now, my left hand is usually around the left side of the keyboard, so to zoom, which is something I just do all the time, I have to move it to the right side of the keyboard, which is away from my most frequently used trimming shortcuts. So I changed my zoom to, well, I didn't change it, I added, because in Premiere finally, well, this has been there for several versions, is that Premiere you can map multiple shortcuts to the same thing. So now 1 and 2 are my zoom keys. And that is how, what's this setting called? Derek's keyboard 1. And see, if you've been paying attention, Uni's doing exactly what he did before, was first Ebby meows for attention, then I feed them. And before then, Uni was totally fine. And then after they get fed, then Uni complains. Okay, so now I'm using 1 and 2 as my zoom. But I also have minus and equals as zoom because need a little, not learning curve, but just need to get used to it. And also I'm not using those keys for anything else anyway, so there's no harm in having zoom functions all over the keyboard.
Don't rush. Make sure that you're... Don't rush. Make sure that you're safe.
Oh, I will. Oh, I will. Always do. Always do.
Anyway, that's helped. So I cheated a little bit. I was watching this back after I finished streaming last night, and made some little notes. And I also downloaded a little bit of music, which I'll show you. That's intended for the cold open. So I made a couple markers here, some little notes. Why did I not? Oh, there we go. So, hold on, let me get Uni.
Come on, kitty. You're so annoying. No. Say hi. Say hi. Say hi.
All right. So I realized that, I really like how this cue here, from this point, just really starts really amping up. It's building and building, but it's lost a little bit on this moment where Nate goes through the window. So I think what I want to do, actually, before I do this, I'm going to copy what I have. Once again, we're up to work in progress number 18. Did I put that in the right folder? I'm going to have a music stop down here. And then that'll give us some more room for this thing. Let me see. And then when we come back, then it'll come in on the beat. Just be a short stop down, not like super dramatic. And see, I'm talking more now because I'm less frustrated. Oh. No.
Took a long took a long took a long time for him to get out of this game.
So you're probably thinking, Derek, how are you deciding how to move these things around? So the first thing here was I was just listening to the music, and just by feel, which is always usually the answer.
Took a long time.
It just felt good. Actually, maybe 2 frames later would felt a little bit better.
Took a long time for him to get out of this game.
And so my instinct just now was I was going to move it a little bit further because there's this beat here, which I wanted to like end closer to there. So I was going to like do it like here. So let's see.
Took a long time for him to get out of this game.
But I think this spacing actually is a pretty good compromise because I want something to land on that hit.
Took a long time for him to get out of this game.
And then maybe there's another one here, so let's see.
Took a long time for him to get out of this game.
He chose this. He's meant for this.
I think we can space this out some more. Gotta still get used to this zoom shortcut.
This game.
He chose this. He's meant for this. My God. My God.
And so there's also a part here where the music does a thing.
Yeah, you pulled off some clever moves there. But in the end, all that matters is who gets to Avery's treasure first.
I'm done trying to do things the clean way.
Let me see.
Took a long time for him to get out of this game.
He chose this. He chose this. Chose this. He's meant for this.
I group those together. So if you weren't here yesterday, oops, no. Yesterday, Frankenstein this line together a little bit. Because in this line, second line here, he says he chose this life, but I liked the symmetry of the 2 lines being the same length, so I just copied this from the previous read.
He chose this. He's meant for this.
It sounds natural. Thank you, Troy Baker, for being so consistent.
He's meant for. He's meant for this.
So the other concern I had was beer. The other concern I had was that I'm not leaving enough time for the big action scenes. But right now, what I care most about is music and structure, because that's the hard part. Because one of the things that I'm very used to doing is extending or making music shorter based on client feedback for various reasons. I mean, they don't say, like, make the music longer. What they say is, can I get more of these shots in here? And usually there's not time for it because it was cut for a different purpose. So then you got to figure out how to change the music, still have it sound good. And so the thing is actually, usually with music, what's most important is maintaining the big hit moments. And what I mean is that not every single part of the song usually gets something synced up to it. Things, especially at the beginning and the end, do that. So as long as you maintain those, then the feel will be about the same. At least that's been my experience. So for example, So say I synced something up to this thing here, I would want to try to keep that. And then, you know, there's probably something like in here that's not sunk up because it's not really hard beats. So maybe I could like loop this section if I needed to put a shot there. And then as long as like, and then here at the end here, so there's, you know, these two, this knee and the window, those are very synced up. So I would want to make sure that those stay the same. Though this is actually a little bit late. Let's move this back. Got a little... So I need a beat to end on there, but so it would be like maybe fade this out here. Let's see. Then maybe kicking right back here. Let's see. This I want to reverb this out, but just see the timing of that.
Took a long...
Maybe like 3 frames later.
Took a long time for him to get out of this game.
You know, I think I can... See, now within the context of the previous shot, this dialogue feels like it's coming a little bit early. So I'm going to move it over a little bit. Context matters.
Always do.
Because you need a little breather after this big impact thing, and then the music comes back in. You just need a little time to get back into it.
Took a long time for him to get out of this game.
He chose this.
Timing on these dialogues feel not as super good right now.
He chose.
Maybe this a little sooner.
He chose this.
Too soon.
He chose this. He chose this. He chose this.
Did I just not move that at all?
He chose this. He's meant for this.
Also, I heard a little pop in here.
He chose this.
Still hearing it.
He chose.
That's weird. It's perfectly smooth here. What am I feel like I'm hearing a pop. I'm always listening for audio pops. Just like, it just happens a lot when you're editing, because especially if the thing that you're editing, if you cut off a bit of audio and it's got a very low bassy sort of thing, you're pretty much always going to get a little audio pop. So then you just put like a 1-frame transition on it and it goes away. It's really easy, especially if you're doing supercuts. I hear them all the time. It's really a simple thing, just adds that little bit extra thing that makes it better. Or it shouldn't be extra, and it's not extra in my mind. It's just, it's what you should do. But not everyone does it, because they don't care as much, or maybe they just don't hear it. It's a pet peeve of mine. Maybe another 5 frames.
Whole army to back him up.
Don't rush. Make sure that you're safe.
Oh, I will. Always do.
Took a long time for him to get out of this game.
I just do that. It seems stupid and dramatic, but sometimes it's a feeling, because like if I try to like calculate, okay, this is how long the sections are between the beats of this thing, and then be like, oh, then I'll just land it exactly where it would be. You know, maybe that would work, but usually I just go by feel. So
Don't rush. Make sure that you're safe.
Oh, I will. Always do.
Took a long time.
see, that feels right.
Took a long time for him to get out of this game.
He chose this. He's meant for this.
That slide seems a little too soon. See, here's the thing, is that a lot of times when making tiny little changes, especially with client work and when you're working like with someone, at a certain point you start to think to yourself like, well, does 2 frames really matter? Does 1 frame really matter? It's like, are we gonna sell many more copies of the game or the movie because we did this? And the answer is probably no. But that said, even when it can get frustrating that people might want to move something back and forth just like a frame or two, editors or producers, whatever, it does make a difference. 1/60th of a second doesn't seem like a lot, but it's just a feel thing.
He chose this. He's meant for this. Meant for this. Chose this. He's meant for this. My God. My God. My God.
Yeah, you pulled off some clever moves there.
So I'm not sure if I want to keep this line, because I feel like I could put action-y stuff here.
But in the end,
And then I could just take out the but, and this line would stand on its own.
yeah, you pulled off some clever moves there. But in the end, all that matters is who gets to Avery's treasure first.
I'm done trying to do things the clean way.
Okay, feeling pretty good about this. Just a structure right now. So the other thing that we ran into was I had all these options for the music for the cold open, and I listened to them all, and I didn't like any of them. So, because I know what I want is a kind of drum, exciting opening. And like I was wrestling with this this thought recently, which is that I was thinking to myself, you know, going through all this footage and editing this trailer this way with this dialogue, it's what came naturally to me. And then I was thinking to myself, like, well, is that good? You know, or should I be trying to do what doesn't come naturally to me? Should I be trying something different? If this is my first instinct, should I just say like, yeah, that's your first instinct, so it might not be your best idea. So, you know, it's hard to challenge myself because the conclusion I sort of, not really conclusion, but where I ended up was, and that sounds like a conclusion, but just where I stopped thinking about it wasn't a conclusion, is that this is just, right now, this is the trailer that I know and want to edit. because it's the thing. I've talked to other editors who I admire and respect, and like colleagues and stuff. And when we're talking to each other about each other's work, we'll just say stuff like, oh my God, that thing that you did, I would have never thought to do that. And I'm like, really? That's just what I thought of doing. Like, no, I wouldn't have thought of doing that. It's like, oh, well, I wouldn't have thought of doing that thing that you did. It's like, really? So, and it all comes from a different place. And you could call it style, or it's like, I often like, I follow a lot of illustrators and artists on Twitter and stuff. And I see a lot of times whenever they're answering questions from beginners or just people who are trying to get better, they say like, how do you get a style? And they every single one of them just says like, you don't go out looking for a style, you just kind of end up with one from practice. And like Dan Paladin never said, okay, I've decided my style is, rectangular heads with a mouth and then eyes are very far apart. It's just, he just liked to draw that way, and that became his thing. So this is basically me trying to reassure myself that I have a style, and it's not just aping what other people did before me. I mean, maybe that's how I started. Maybe that's what I still do, because there's still editors that are still working that I'm aware of their work because they're either colleagues or whatever. And I was like, oh, well, I do this thing that I like because this editor does it. So all this to say that my first instinct for the cold open was drums. And because that's the energy I wanted. Okay, so let me justify why I want it to be drums. So the opening is all going to be chase, We've got a chase here. It's going to be very, very chopped up because I'm not going to be showing the whole chase, obviously. It's going to be chopped up a lot. It's meant to, just give a feeling of like, oh my God, shit's happening. What's going on? Drake's in prison? That's kind of crazy. And then before we know it, he's fallen to the water. We're like, fuck, big Nathan Drake style stunt. And then we're into the credits or the logos. So to me, that says drums. Because I guess that's what I've seen before. But so, yeah. So I got these tracks from YouTube, which I don't know who uploads these, but there are people who upload like all the really famous trailer. So they're music companies that make music just meant for trailers. And it's not like premiumbeat.com or like iStock Audio or Audio Jungle or Jingle Punks, which actually Jingle Punks might be like them. But so like websites like Premium Beat, you pay once and then you can just use it whenever. You don't have to credit or anything. But companies like Immediate Music or like this one called Two Steps from Hell, what they do is they only give their libraries out to like production houses. You're not going to go to the website for Two Steps from Hell and buy a CD if you're just, derek.lu@gmail.com. And so then the way that they make their money is they make money per usage, or it could be like, just maybe they'll charge a little different amount if you use 40 seconds of it. I've only done a little bit with the music licensing in terms of like knowing how much these things cost. But when I was an assistant, I would do music cue sheets, which basically was just a spreadsheet that said, okay, we use 30 seconds of this cue, and it's by this publisher and all the info. We use 5 seconds of this one. And yeah, it can get down to like 1 second or so if you're using not even just sound effects, it could just be a piece of music. And then every company gets their money, they get paid. And so then somehow these end up on YouTube because some people upload them and they like the music. They just like to listen to it. And that's fine. But this music is the reason that I would never monetize any of my fan trailers, because these, like I said, these people make their money on a per use basis for these songs, and I didn't get a license for these. You know, this is just my little fan trailer thing, and it would be very expensive. But as far as I know, I think I've seen on some of their websites. I've even looked up to see what they have, like FAQ, and generally the stance I see them take is, as long as you're not making money off of it, then we don't give a shit. So if you're going to be using this sort of music on your own videos or trailers, whatever, on YouTube, don't monetize it, because that's these people, that's how they make their money. I mean, it's up to you. I can't control what you do, but that's what I do. So I'll have like maybe 6 of these cues into something. I don't monetize it because I'm not looking. First of all, I don't get that many hits on my stuff, and but I'm just not looking to make money off of this, and I respect their profession and all that. So that said, let's listen to some of what this music I downloaded off YouTube. So now I'm questioning why I download this one. It's very low energy. Maybe it was this section. This part's a little bit better. I used some of these drum tracks. This is from an album called All Drums Go to Hell, as you can see here. So I used some of these in my Uncharted 3 trailer, just for the opening. So this part's like this. Oops, sorry. Okay. It's okay. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, I like this energy better. I wouldn't use the slow part though. I like that one better. Let's see what this one's like though. That one ends really weird. So far, this one here is doing the most for me. So let's mark this up in the way that I do. So if you didn't watch the episode where I was marking music, it's this whole system for marking up music. So yellow means it's kind of small beats before the big one. Pink means the big beat. And I just added this one. Whoops. This means when there's a bit in the song where it's like it's not really doing a new section, but it's kind of like doing some percussive things on its way there. Even though I'm not going to use this section, I'm just doing this for practice. And this way we can kind of see a visual shape of what the song is like. That's kind of another yellow section. And when you do this enough, you can and red means like, or actually no, this should be green. Green means that it's just the song's just kind of continuing doing what it was doing. Red means it's iterating on that section. Sorry, I know it's annoying to listen to. All right, so for shits and giggles, let's just listen to this one again. get a lot of Twitter spam when you just mention a Twitter URL. I noticed like every single time I mention I'm going live, I get some likes from Twitter bots that say, get you more followers. It's like, it's not about having followers. It's about having just people who are interested. Because it doesn't matter if the people are in there because they don't want to be in there, or it's like I want people who are interested in editing to watch my stream. Because I want to, I mean, I think it's decently interesting. And I want to give back. So I'm not going to do this zoom thing. I'm going to take a still from this. Make a freeze frame here. Did I make this bigger? I did. Let's just start this time code. So right now I'm doing it 60 frames a second, even though the game isn't isn't 60 frames, but that's just what I digitized at. Should I have this start on the Sony thing, or should I have the thing first and then the music? Is the question. I think I should do the Sony thing and then kick in the music. Actually, what did I do on my other trailers? Let's be consistent. Let's see. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. I'm just going through my folders, and I don't know if there's anything in here that I don't want people to see for whatever reason. Oh, I'll show you this after I find this thing. Oh, right here. Uncharted. Okay, my Uncharted 2 trailer started. Oh, I didn't even put the Sony thing. Look at that. Uncharted 3? Okay. That's funny. I thought I did it consistently. What about Metal Gear Solid? Metal Gear Solid. Nope, went right into it. Interesting. Anyway, let me show you this thing. This is something that I was not the original creator of this, so here's what happened. I saw this mashup on YouTube years ago. Like this MOV file or whatever MP4. This file is, let's see how old it is. God, that feels so old. This file is 9 years old. So it must have been like right around when YouTube started. So someone made this mashup, but things like their audio mix weren't good, and I thought it could use some polish, so then I decided to remake it. And then I was looking for it on YouTube, and I can't find it anymore. So I'm half considering uploading this with a big disclaimer saying I'm not the original creator of this, I just made it better. Which sounds cocky, but the audio mix wasn't good. Anyway, take a look at this.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Hold it! I do! I mean... I do. Mr. Falk! Do you know my client, Samantha Cole? Yes.
Isn't it true that your relationship with my client is entirely platonic? Objection! I object, Your Honor!
To yourself?
Yeah. But I would like to rephrase the question. Mr. Falk, would I be accurate if I described your relationship with Mrs. Cole as totally professional? Objection! I object, Your Honor, and I move to strike!
Mr. Reed, I don't know what you're on, but you better get to the point and quick.
Thank you. Is your relationship with my client entirely platonic? Not! Is not your relationship with my client, point! Dad, baby, did you ever not make love? Did you?
Mr. Reed!
You had sex with her every time you met, didn't you? Didn't you? Liar!
Objection! He's badgering the witness.
It's his witness.
You slammed her, you dumped her donut, you gave her dog a sausage, you stuffed her like a Thanksgiving turkey!
All right, it's true, okay? I humped her brains out. There, now you happy?
No further questions.
So I hope the stream doesn't get muted because I played that. I think maybe the copyright thing would be confused enough by having the mixed music and dialogue there. But whatever. It's a silly thing. I liked it. And I just polished it up a little bit. And I have random stuff like that on my computer. Anyway. See all that stuff that's by. Let's see how it feels. Okay, good. So we want this to be about. Okay, we're gonna cut out the short part or the slow part. Because no room for a slow part. Don't like that. No. This is one thing also I don't like about Premiere, which I liked in Final Cut 7 better, is that if you hit next and previous markers in Premiere, it'll do that regardless of whether or not the marker is on the timeline like this, or if it's on the clip like this, which is good in some ways, but I wish there was the option to only go to timeline markers instead of these ones. And also the other thing that it does is that if you ever have duplicate frame indicators like this, these lines which just tell you that you have clips which are there twice in your timeline, it treats those as markers also for whatever reason. Where was I? Okay, cutting out this section here. So yeah, let's just skip straight here. Why use any of that other stuff? No, it needs to shorter and have a little fade on it. Yeah. Maybe make this fade a little bit longer. That's better. If all else fails, just add a fade. If everything fails after that, then add a whoosh. So, yeah. Now you know all my secrets. Okay, so if we want to end... Okay, so this part here... I'm not going to show this all exactly. Yeah, we'll probably cut in like here. This part is all up in the air. And then... Okay. And we might actually change where the music kicks in based on how this song rings out. So... And see, this isn't really a big hit there. It just kind of goes shh. It's not like shh. Psh. That's like my onomatopoeia for my music. Is that even where it ends? Let's just look at the waveform. Probably won't tell us anything because it's so, at this point, it's so. That feels about right. So that should be where it cuts to black. Let's put... Why is this on second track? Does this even need to be on second track? No, because it doesn't overlap. But let's put it here because I think this one's going to need to overlap. So... like so. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, excuse me. That's way too overpowering. I'm not gonna cut it out entirely, but I'm gonna make it definitely more understated. Right now it's really friggin' loud because let me see, I lowered this by like 5. Let's start with 10, like our friendly sound mixer told us to. Always lower your music by 10 when you're starting if you're going to put in other stuff, because otherwise you can't go louder because it's already at it's already at 0 dB. So if you make it louder, you'll peak if it doesn't already peak. So if you want to be able to adjust audio levels, then start off by putting your music in and lowering it by 10 dB or so. Yeah, and also we want to be able to hear this. So, but that could stand to be brought up. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Sounds like a little pop there. Might as well just go all the way. Nice reverb. No, I still like the timing on there. But looking at the shot here, let's start this here. What's this audio here? Or maybe start here, got this little grunt, and get rid of these. Fade. I wish that Premiere had like linked transitions, so I didn't have to click on every single one to change the duration. Okay, so we want that to be around 30 seconds in, because we don't want the intro to be longer than that. So let's say a Naughty Dog logo pops in at 30 seconds. Let's see where that gives us. Oops. Oops. It's okay, so I know there's like a bunch of sections in here that repeat a lot because I marked my music that way, but so I know there's stuff in here that I can just get rid of that. and the song will be basically the same. So it doesn't have to be precisely 30 seconds, but let's just start there and see if we need more space or less space, and then adjust accordingly. Superhero, hi. You found me through the Idle Thumbs forum. Hello, welcome. I missed Nick Brecken's Dark Souls stream today because I was at work. Yeah, I need to check out more of the other Idle Thumbs streams. I've only dipped in a little bit. Do you stream yourself? See. Oh, you're asleep during the stream. Are you from the US, or what time zone are you in? Are you streaming StarCraft 2? I like the trappings of StarCraft. I like the audio-visual presentation, especially the sound effects. But I'm so bad at it. I'm terrible at StarCraft. But when I was younger, I like playing StarCraft 1. I like playing Zerg just because I like the squishy sounds. 2:29 p.m. on a Saturday. Oh, so you are way ahead. That's like what? That's more than what country are you in? Okay, what is this section of music? See here. Oh, you're in Australia. Cool. I've never gone. I would like to someday. I totally had this music starting exact position I wanted it in, and I just moved it. Why did I do that? How long you been listening to Idle Thumbs? I think I started... Man. I think Sean was already in. So it was post-Kickstarter. Maybe a couple years after Kickstarter? Start there. I don't know if you've seen also, I made those like listening for a little over your, okay. That's cool. When I started listening to Idle Thumbs, I actually went back to listen to everything, which with the video game podcast, you'd be like, well, would you really want to do that? Because, they're going to talk about older games as if they're new. But actually with them, since they're like game designers and stuff, it's actually pretty interesting. Though they will admit themselves that, because they know that they're younger in their earlier podcasts. So sometimes they say some things that they know they wouldn't say anymore, but it's fine. They're good guys. Everyone changes as they get older. Yeah, I really like their podcast. It's like one of the only podcasts that I'll pretty much just drop whatever I'm doing and just listen to it as soon as it comes up. So let me move this back a little bit. Have you seen, I made some like really silly kind of motion graphics things for Idle Thumbs, where I like took their pictures of their heads in like After Effects. I made them like bob around and stuff. If you haven't seen them, I'll give you a link. You might like them. I want to make more, but they take a lot of time, and I have other stuff I want to do. But just a lot of times they just, whenever they get off on tangents and just talk about really silly stuff, that I just want to animate it because it makes me laugh. Sometimes when I'm driving, I almost have to stop listening because they're just really funny. You went back to listen to episodes featuring games you're interested, like StarCraft and Wii era Nintendo games. Yeah, Jake especially likes all Nintendo. But let me send you a link to, I'll put it in chat, to the Idle Thumbs things that I made. You can watch them. The first one started because they were talking about, let's see how old this is. Sorry, let me find it. The first one I made was oops. It's like 2013 because Valve put out their teaser page, which ended up being for the Steam controller. And they just had this like ridiculous theory for what the symbols on the page meant. And it was just so funny that I was like, oh, I gotta make this. Because they're saying like, oh, this is gonna actually what the trailer is gonna be like. And I'm like, ooh, trailer? And then they just spelled it all out. I'm like, okay, this would be really easy to do, relatively easy to do. So I just did that in a weekend and then uploaded it on like the Monday after the podcast aired because I'm silly. And then the other ones, like there's a Sonic thing, and the Google and Boston Dynamics thing was the longest one I did, which like that was from like a 13-minute conversation. I cut it down to like 7 minutes or something. But yeah, I really like those guys. They're funny and they have good insight in games. Okay, let's see what this... okay. Yes, I have been working on this one for a while. I mean, just a week. I don't know, man hours. It's like 15 to 18 hours now, not including game capture. But this is actually decently fast because usually the part that takes the longest of doing a trailer is finding the music, or at least it feels that way, because finding music is really important. And with the other Uncharted games I did trailers for, some of them I used some parts of the soundtrack, but other ones I used music I searched for from like movie trailer companies. And there's so many projects I've started just die in the music search phase because I get so frustrated and it's really boring. I get sleepy when I'm searching for music. But I'm pretty sure I can mostly do this trailer with just Uncharted 4 music. Yeah, and I'm doing these streams because I hope someone out there finds them interesting. I mean, it's more interesting to watch a stream when it's live because then you can ask questions. So I don't know if there's going to be anyone who wants to watch, 15 hours of me doing this instead of like, House of Cards or something. But just in case someone is curious to see the whole how the sausage is made, I thought it'd be interesting. So I think I'm going to cut into this song here, not repeat this section. And so do this. Let's see how this music layers. I'll just cut it in straight here. Second thoughts. Of course, I'm just going to trim it down and put it back exactly the way it was. I just want to create a decent amount of variation in this opening so then it just gets more interesting. I don't like, it's not good for trailers to kind of hang there unless it's just doing a lot of storytelling. I'm going to cut in here because it's more interesting than this section here. Oh, so you were watching the thing. That's fine. I hope you liked it. It's very silly. Yeah, they can really go on some tangents where they just kind of keep riffing off of each other. It's like, okay, and then this thing would happen, and this thing will happen, and this, and it just gets totally ridiculous, but I love it. This needs a fade. Why do I even bother without a fade? Whoa, that sounds terrible. Yeah, this is like way late or something. Excuse me, sorry. It's the beer. Why does this sound so much quieter? Is it? Yeah, it is. Why is this thing that I made quieter sound so much quieter? Yeah, there's still, there's an episode also, I think from last year before E3, where they had a pretty funny thing about, they were talking about like the Apple Watch and how like the Apple Watch, you can like tap other people through it and like, oh my God, someone's gonna like feel someone die through the Apple Watch. And they start going to a tangent about, Bloodborne, and it's like, oh, I want to see Jake play Bloodborne. It's like I want to feel your hands on the controller as you're playing Bloodborne, and they start just going from there. And that was one of the first episodes that Spaff was on since he moved to the US. So I wanted to do that to kind of like welcome Spaff into the Idle Thumbs thing. Sort of like I did with the Sonic one. That was one of the first ones Danielle was in, I think. And I liked that. Fuck it. Get rid of this PlayStation thing. Sorry, PlayStation, your branding. People don't have a good attention span anymore. They want to get straight into it, so I'm not going to give more than a second or so. Yeah, I wish Spaff and Sean would show up. Like, I saw the reasons that Sean hasn't been on. I think they said that their listenership went down a lot when they're doing kind of a round robin thing where it wasn't consistent hosts every single week. And also, I think there's like a certain amount of chaos when you start getting more than 3 people on the podcast. And the other thing was that because Chris, Sean, and Jake work together now, so they actually have a lot of their game discussions probably already, except so Nick works at Telltale, so he's still like a thing that, they haven't talked to him about what he's played. So it makes sense, but I wish Sean would pop on. still sounds a little rough there. Maybe, what if I make this fade longer? Whoa! What the fuck? What is going on with this fade? Yeah, I mean, I liked it too when they had a lot of hosts, but I guess maybe some people couldn't take it. Oh god, what is going on here with this music transition? It's terrible. How did you find out about the podcast? How did I find it? I think I just kind of heard it referenced to every now and then. Or maybe it's one of the games that they played or something like that. Or maybe because Chris Remo was on, he was part of Double Fine. And there are a lot of, I mean, they know a lot of people. So I must have heard of them somehow through someone else. Or Twitter or something. Feels kind of long, but so what I'm going to do now is, since instead of just leaving it totally musically driven, I am going to go in to the dialogue of these different scenes and just see what banter I can pull that could fill in the soundscape, like run, go there, oh god, and stuff. Saw it mentioned on Twitter, saw its thread on YoGAF, so I thought, why not? Yeah. They're fun. I guess I still listen to a fair amount of gaming podcasts. It was the first episode I heard was one with Nida Sarkeesian. Okay. Yeah, I listened to Idle Thumbs, Gamers with Jobs, Giant Beast Cast, which is like my newest favorite thing, and I also listen to Match 3 because Patrick Klepek is on it. But it's also Gita Jackson and Sam Phillips, who I didn't know about either of them before, but they have very different perspectives from what I usually hear on game podcasts. Not that everyone has the same thing, but just like there are different professions. Like Sam works in like education programs, so he's different perspective. He's not like game dev or game journalist. Giant Beastcast, I've always liked Vinny and Alex from Giant Bomb, and Austin Walker is really smart, and Jeff Bakalar is actually, I don't know how I would describe Jeff Bakalar quite yet. But funny thing is, actually, for a really long time, I didn't know, like, people would always talk about Nick Brecken being like Nick Brecken. But I never quite, I'm like, what is he like, though? And then someone just compared him to Larry David. And I'm like, oh! And then, like, when I had that in the back of my head, I would hear Nick Brecken get on his tangents or rants. And I'm like, yup, I get it now.
Any of you ever cross me?
So I'm just gonna tweet out, just again say, hey people, I'm still here editing. Yeah, so I listened to Idle Thumbs, Gamers with Jobs, Match 3, and Giant Beastcast, and I think those are the only game podcasts I listen to. I mean, 4 is plenty.
Jesus.
That's that.
Are you out of your goddamn mind?
You want to find out?
Guys, what are we doing here?
We're sticking to the plan.
Did you listen to last week's episode where they talked about Uncharted 4?
Guys, what are we doing here?
We're sticking to the plan.
Was this part of the plan?
This would be good banter. So let's pancake this one. Oh yeah, I listened to Idle Weekend. Of course. Yeah, that's also a good change of pace. Not planning on playing the game? Okay. That's cool. I've already probably scrubbed through all the major spoilers in the game that I'm going to, and everything that's spoilers just in what I have so far in my trailer. But yeah, when I was looking for dialogue and stuff, I did basically just play through every single dialogue in the game.
Just follow me.
Come on. Come on!
Yeah, so I mean, of course, the guy who's in the scene stabbing another guy who's one of your ally, who, you know, this guy was your ally, then he stabs the guy. Okay, well, he's a villain. But they probably discovered that photo thing before this scene, because otherwise they'd be like, well, of course he's the villain. But, you know, earlier on, he's just talking to them. But that's pretty funny. I still want to go back to the game and turn off the enemy layer.
Just follow me.
It's pretty funny.
Come on. Come on!
Yeah, just need a few dialogues to fill in the space while they're running. And so what I'm going to do is, so in the game, there's actually like two... Yeah. Oh, right. They got photos of Vargas. So in the game, there's actually two prison escapes from the same prison, because Nate's brother doesn't make it out in this first one. And then later he escapes, and he's telling a story of how he escaped. So this escape here isn't as interesting because they're not shooting people on the way out. They're just running. So, but what I'm going to do for my trailer is intercut the two escapes just to spice it up. And just hope that either the audience doesn't care that the person running isn't always Nathan Drake, or that they don't notice, or maybe they'll haven't played the game and they'll be like, oh, I guess you play like two characters in this sequence. That's pretty cool. But
God damn it.
Rafe, where are we going here? The lighthouse. Vargas said the boat is right under the lighthouse. But which way? I don't know. We'll get outside and figure it out. Dead end. I don't know.
excuse me.
Dead end. The window. Now?
There, it's open. We got it. Come on. I don't see the lighthouse. Down this way.
So one reason that I'm able to edit or have so many options for this trailer is because Naughty Dog, they have really good audio options in terms of like the output. You can change like surround headphones, surround sound, and then they have the option for changing what audio is played through the center channel. You can play either only dialogue, which is typical for surround sound mix, or dialogue and sound effects, which I just set it to dialogue. So now, since I captured it in 5.1, I have all this clean dialogue, because normally you'd hear all this.
Come on! I don't see the lighthouse.
You know, but just with dialogue, then
Come on! I
I don't see the lighthouse.
which is cool because I don't know how many games I could do this with.
Down this way.
Like, you can sort of do this with movies because usually the center channel is only dialogue, or roughly only dialogue, but it's usually not this clean.
Through here.
So I'm probably going to go back and make some... Well, I'm going to go back and do an Uncharted 1 trailer because I never did one. I started at 2 because that was my favorite.
Watch yourself. Oh, crap. There, to the left. Alto.
Yeah, and the other cool options that they have in the thing is... It's called like the azimuth or something. I don't know how it's pronounced, but like they show a diagram where it's like you see the center channel, then you see the surround channels and like the subwoofer, and then the left channels. You can actually adjust where, like, say your surround sound system, your left and right channels are like really close to your TV, so you can adjust where the audio is going to come from or the strength of it or something, so it's close there. Or if maybe they're further out to the side, you can like move them over to the side, which is like, you know, I'm sure audiophile people just love the Naughty Dog games because they give you those options.
This way. Nathan, you still there? Right behind you. Keep going.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool options in their games. This one also had a no HUD mode, which thank God. I mean, if I still would have done the trailer if it had HUD on it, but it just makes it that much nicer.
Guys, we can climb this.
And I don't know if you saw, there was a cool video that they released
Come on, Sam.
about how they made the game more accessible to people with disabilities. So like they did things like they add options where, because like there's a lot of parts in the game where you have to mash a button to like open a door or something, and there's some people who just physically cannot do that, so they just added an option so that you can just hold down the button instead of mashing it, which is really cool. Or like because using right stick to control the camera, it can be a difficult thing for people who can't use both sticks at the same time. So they added some like kind of auto camera options, so you only need to use left stick. So it's pretty cool. I'm just grabbing a whole bunch of stuff here, and I'll decide later.
Let's go.
Yeah, after you.
Over the roof. Are you sure? Yes. Come on, move it.
Should just call the stream. Listen to Nolan North grunt.
Seriously? All right. Let's clean house.
Hi, kitty. This is Abby. Say hi.
All right, we need to catch up with Rafe. Quickly. I thought you trusted him. I do. To a point.
Abby wants attention. He's been very quiet and nice. If you watch any of those streams, you know that usually I spend the beginning of it trying to entertain my cats because they want attention.
He's gonna leave without us, isn't he? Not if we're quick. Come on. After you.
Yes, my voice goes up 3 octaves when I talk to my kids, my cats.
They're everywhere.
Come here, kitty.
Okay, looks clear. Maze. Yeah, it's like they don't want us to leave or something. Oh shit. Guard.
Hola, amigo. We're close. There's the lighthouse.
We're close is a good
We're
dialogue.
close.
I have 2 cats. They're brothers.
We're
Their names
close.
are Uni and Ebby, like the sushi. Sea urchin and shrimp.
There's the lighthouse. Like I said, stick to the plan.
And I've broken I've fulfilled
Don't celebrate yet.
the crazy cat person rule, which is don't have more cats than you have humans in your apartment. So I have 2 cats and I live by myself.
Right? Just keep searching over there. Don't mind us.
Anyway, I think I have a link to my Instagram on my Twitch page, which is mostly photos of my cats. and food.
All right, keep going. I'm right back.
Because I'm one of those Instagram users.
Hey, sono attento.
Ah, hell. On me! Get to the wall! Now!
Sam!
Ah, hell. On me!
Shit. Oh, I lost my place. Where'd it go? Oh, excuse me.
Over the roof!
Damn it. Lost my place.
To a point. They're everywhere. He's gonna leave without us, isn't he? Not if we're quick. Come on, after you.
Yeah. Once you have cat photos in a certain quantity that are visible to the public, then yeah. But I don't hide it.
They're everywhere. Okay, looks clear. Maze. Yeah, it's like they don't want us to leave or something. Oh shit! Guard! Hold up!
Sorry, lost my place.
We're close. There's...
Oh, shit, where did I?
There's the lighthouse. Like I said, stick to the plan.
Don't celebrate yet. That's right. Let's keep searching over there. Mind us. There it is.
Oh, hell. On me! Get to the wall! Now! Sam!
Oh, there. That's where I was.
Ah, hell.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. Or did I already take that? Yes. Anna's a friend of mine.
We're close.
She also has 2 kitties. But I may have surpassed in crazy cat personness.
On me! Get to the wall! Now!
Sam! I got it.
And are you listening to Idle Thumbs?
Sam! Come on! I'll pull you up! I got you! Come on!
Because there's a last week's episode has a funny conversation about Uncharted 4 that.
Sam! Come on! I'll pull you up! I got you! Come on!
My girlfriend has 2 cats.
Sam, no.
What are their names? Superhero, not Anna. Anna doesn't have a girlfriend.
No, you hold on! Hold on! Sam! Give me your other arm! Come on, reach! No!
Spoilers.
We gotta move.
Oh, no, he's still
Josie
down there.
and
He's
Minty.
gone. Come on, the
Aw.
boat's just beyond the wall.
I mean, I would have said "aw" to any name that you mentioned. Probably.
Oh, no, he's still down there.
No, he's gone. Come on, the boat's...
Oh yeah, the enemy layer, where Rafe disappeared because he's an enemy before you're even supposed to know that he's an enemy, which is hilarious. I hope someone from Naughty Dog heard that podcast. Probably. I think I think there are people there listening to Idle Thumbs.
No, I can't. Can't leave him behind.
Nate, your brother is dead. Either come with me or join him. Just have it your way.
Sam. Oh, God, no. No. Shit. I'm coming.
What, Abby? You were napping so happily. Okay. So now let's go to Sam's prison break and see what kind of banter they have there. Hold on, let me get Abby. Nope. Doesn't want to hang out. like usual. Let's find Sam's prison break.
Hector, you do that, and you'll start a goddamn riot.
Exactly. Hágalo. Stay close, Samuel. Póngase listos. Speak to me.
Ayuda! Ayuda!
Move it. This is crazy.
Could use that. This is crazy.
This is crazy. Earn our freedom. It's go time.
I like hearing just like the gun clicking. I mean, I assume they put it on this that sound on the center channel because, well, I mean, it's like very front and center on the screen. So whereas like the loud part of the gun would fill the other speakers.
Sigan al frente. Let's go.
Sort of like the gun's dialogue.
Samuel, take cover.
¿Vas a algún lado?
I have some like packing paper that they like playing with. That's so you might hear some rustling.
All right.
You see?
Yeah, I see. So now what?
Estamos en posición. ¿Están listos?
Sí. Busquen dónde cubrirse.
We're ready.
Samuel, get behind something.
What? Why?
Just do it.
No, I'm not going to because I want to watch the explosion. So I actually went back when I was capturing, so then that I could see the explosion up close for the shot.
This is crazy.
So that's why the section's repeated here. Actually, was that dialogue different here? I remember some Wii games tried to put gunshot sounds through the teeny tiny Wii remote speaker, and that didn't work out too well since that speaker is so quiet and low quality. Yeah, that speaker was not good. Though the idea was cool. I mean, Sony basically took the idea and just put a higher quality speaker in. I think in Transistor, the voice comes through the controller. I could be mistaken on that. And maybe Firewatch? It's a cool thing. I think there were some like WarioWare games that kind of used it okay on the Wii.
You'll need this.
Like a telephone game or something. Oh yeah. Gotta have this shot in here. Cause their explosions are so pretty! Oh god, look at this! It's very pretty. Just put a marker there. My favorite usage is in Red Steel, where you get mission targets through the remote speaker. Oh, I haven't played I don't think I played Red Steel. That's the like cowboy guns and swords one, right?
Yeah, my ears are ringing, but I'll live.
Señor Alcázar, estamos bien.
Entendido. Sígame. Las camionetas están en camino.
Muy bien. God damn it!
Oh, Red Steel 2 is the cowboy one. Okay, Red Steel 1 is Yakuza. Oh, so this is this is the other thing that Uncharted 4 has, and I think Uncharted 2 and 3 might also have, but there's a slow motion mode where you can just play the game at like half speed or like 1/4 speed. But so they also they slow down the dialogue, but they compensate for the pitch, so it's still the same. So you get stuff like this.
Get back, son of a bitch! Come on. Yeah. Up the stairs.
Which is cool, but can't use the dialogue when they're talking like that. Yeah, I think I did that so then that I get these explosions, these sweet explosions in slow motion. There's a split screen multiplayer mode where you are given a specific player to kill. So your target is given to you and only... Oh, that's cool. That is a cool idea. Yeah, that's the problem with... The problem/cool thing about the Wii systems, that you can do stuff like that on them that you can't on others. The explosion's not quite as pretty, but it's still very pretty. Okay, this is all slow motion. Oh. Okay. So we probably have enough chase banter here. Let's see if we can cut together something. That sounds good. Well, let's see if we just try to cut it together as.
Guys, what are we doing here? We're sticking to the plan. Was this part of the plan?
Okay, that's a good place to start.
Come on. Come on! I don't know. We'll get outside.
Or if you do this.
Part of the plan? I don't know. We'll get outside and...
Now Uni's meowing.
Guys, what are we doing here? We're sticking to the plan. Guys, what are we doing here? We're sticking to the plan. Was this part of the plan? I don't know. I don't know. We'll get outside and figure it out.
Through here. Nathan, you still there?
Right behind you. Keep going. Ready? And...
We're close.
Ah, hell. I'm coming.
This is crazy.
Come on. Come on! I don't know. We'll get outside and figure it out.
Through here.
Okay, now Uni is probably chewing on some plastic. Let me just stop him.
Stop that.
He's playing with a package of bread. This is this thing that my mom got me from like a shrine in Taiwan that was like braided, but then the cats really liked it and they kind of gradually unraveled it. So now it's eternally strings because I don't know how to retie it. If you have Asian parents, you get a lot of good luck charms.
We'll get outside and figure it out.
It's a nice thought.
Outside and figure it out.
Through here.
I have a lot of like
Through here.
like jade good luck charms that I just keep in my shoulder bag. Because my mom just keeps giving them to me.
We'll get outside and figure it out.
Through here. Nathan, you still there?
Ah, hell. I'm coming.
Through here.
Ah, hell.
Your superhero says, my dad bought me an ocarina from a shop in Taiwan. I spent the next 10 minutes showing him Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. That's cool. I kind of want to learn to play an ocarina. It's always so tempting whenever I'm at conventions, and there's always like at least one person selling ocarinas.
Figure it out.
Through here.
Ah, hell.
Nathan, you still there?
Right behind you. Keep...
Through here. Through here.
Ah, hell. Ah, hell.
Nathan, you still there? Nathan, you still there?
Right behind you. Keep going.
Uni, I already fed you.
I'm coming.
We're close.
This is crazy.
Keep going.
This is crazy.
I'm coming.
We're close.
I'm just kind of putting these in order that seem kind of logical to me.
Come on.
Don't think we need this one.
Guys, what are we doing here?
We're sticking to the plan.
Was this part of the plan?
I don't know. We'll get outside and figure it out.
Through here. Ah, hell. Nathan, you still there?
Right behind you. Keep going.
This is crazy.
We're close.
I'm coming.
Come on.
Or no, we could keep this. Keep it here. What's this dialogue here?
Ready? And... I'm coming.
So let's put this here. Whoa, too much. Or, no, no, because this, we're not using this yet. We'll get to that. Yeah, we'll trim it down. Let's see, I think we have too much.
Guys, what are we doing here?
We're sticking to the plan.
Was this part of the plan?
Let's, okay. Don't want to miss out on these music hits.
Guys, what are we doing here?
We're sticking to the plan.
Guys, what are we doing here?
We're sticking to the plan.
Was this part of the plan?
I don't know. We'll get outside and figure it out. We'll get outside.
Maybe I'll change, because at this point they're probably already gonna be outside, so I don't need to say we'll get outside. So I'll just try to make him say we'll figure it out.
We'll get outside and figure.
See if this works.
We'll figure it out.
It's a little too abrupt.
I don't know.
Guys, what are we doing here?
Sticking to the plan.
Guys, what are we doing here?
Sticking to the plan.
Was this part of the plan?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Was this part of the plan?
I don't know. We'll figure it out. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Through here.
Figure it out.
Through here. Through here. Hell. Nathan, you still there? Nathan, you still there?
Right behind you. Keep going.
Right behind you! Keep going! Keep going! This is crazy! Crazy! Crazy!
We're close. We're close.
Come on! Come on!
We're close. We're close.
Guys, what are we doing here?
We're sticking to the plan.
Was this part of the plan?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Oh, excuse me.
We'll figure it out.
Through here! Ah, hell!
Sorry, Abby's in the cat tower next to my desk.
Ah, hell! Nathan, you still there? Right behind you! Still there? Right behind you! Keep going! This is crazy! Going! This is crazy!
We're close. We're close.
Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Guys, what are we doing here?
Sticking to the plan.
Was this part of the plan?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Through here! Ah, hell! Nathan, you still there? Right behind you! Keep going! This is crazy!
We're close.
Come on! Come on! I'm coming! I'm coming! I'm coming! I'm coming! I'm coming! I'm coming!
Okay. Now I get to pick cool visuals to put around this. Alright, let's adjust this audio.
Guys, what
Turn this up for me.
Guys, what are we doing here? Guys, what are we doing here?
Sticking to the plan.
Guys, what are we doing here?
Sticking to the plan. Sticking to the plan. Sticking to the plan. Sticking to the plan. The plan.
Was this part of the... Was this part of... Was this part of the plan?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Give this beat here because there's a beat right here, and we want to give this a little bit of room to play out.
Was this part of the plan?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Through here! hell! Through here! Ah, hell! Nathan, you still...
See, right now I'm using my mouse to double click these transitions because it's hard to double click with a Wacom pan. That's why I want a shortcut that uses keyboard instead of having to use a mouse.
Nathan, you still there? Right behind you. Keep going. This is... Nathan, you still there? Right behind you. Keep going. This is crazy. We're close. We're close. Nathan, you still there? Right behind you. Keep... Nathan, you still there? Right behind you. Keep going. This is crazy. We're close. Crazy. We're close. 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 Come on. Come on. Coming. Come on! Come on! Come on!
I'm gonna try to make sure that the volume changes as close to the first part of the dialogue as possible, which I used to make longer fades, but I started listening to some mixes of other trailers, and they actually pretty abruptly change the volume of the music when the dialogue hits.
Come on! Come on!
Or it could have been just that one trailer I watched. Who knows?
Come on! Come on! Coming! Coming! Come on! I'm coming! I'm coming!
Superhero asks, any games coming out soon that you're excited about? Good question. I'm still playing Doom. I'm like, there's like a tower. But I hear the campaign is decently long, so that'll probably keep me busy for a while. Also because I'm just busy with work, so I don't have less time to play. And I want to really doing this trailer in my spare time. So won't be playing as many games until this is done. And I'm also working my way through Dark Souls 1. And then I'll play Dark Souls 3. So I guess that's what's on my plate right now, which is quite a bit. Dark Souls 1, I don't know how far I am in. I've played like, I don't know, like 15, 20 hours. What about you? So is it still really hard to get like M-rated games in Australia? Is that still a thing? Oh, you finished Dark Souls 1 last week? That's cool.
Come on! Come on! I'm coming! I'm coming! Nathan!
Took you 60 hours? Okay. Yeah. I beat Bloodborne. That took me like... I played that like 50 hours, I think?
Come on! Come on! I'm coming! I'm coming! I'm coming!
Oh, excuse me. I can get another beer. But for other games I'm looking forward to, I'm tentatively excited for Mirror's Edge. I mean, I enjoyed the first one, but I'm not as crazy. Superhero says, we got an R rating for our games recently, so that means that we're able to get games in without being censored. That's cool. So you just didn't have like an M rating equivalent, R rating, and that's what was the problem. I haven't really looked into it too much, but I've just heard about, well, like ARM games super expensive in Australia, and also just the things being censored, etc. Okay, now he's playing with a cat toy. I'll keep him occupied. Just want to hang it over this thing so he can play with it, and then we'll have to redo it. We had an MA, but that was for 15 plus. Oh, okay.
Come on, come on! I'm coming.
Okay, need to give this thing more time to play out. Whoops. Well, just...
I'm coming, I'm coming!
They're not too bad given the current exchange rate and the fact that our prices have 10% tax included. Oh, okay. Alright, why don't we just see what we got here? Because I feel like we have a good cold open intro and middle section right now. Not too bad. Just gonna just be a lot of black in the beginning here, but...
Guys, what are we doing here?
Sticking to the plan.
Was this part of the plan?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Through here! Ah, hell. Nathan, you still there? Right behind you. Keep going. This is crazy.
We're close.
Come on, come on! I'm coming, I'm coming! Nathan!
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for my little brother.
Sam?
It's good to see you again, Nathan. We found the Vitalia.
Henry Avery and his 400 million in jewels and gold.
Does the name Hector Alcazar ring a bell with you?
Butcher of Panama, right? Why?
3 months, half the treasure. If you run, I'll know.
This is bad.
You do realize that Rafe knows you're coming. Plus, he's got Nadine and a whole army to back him up.
Don't rush. Make sure they're safe.
Oh, I will. Always do.
Took a long time for him to get out of this game.
He chose this. He's meant for this. My God.
Yeah, you pulled off some clever moves there. But in the end, all that matters is who gets to Avery's treasure first.
I'm done trying to do things the clean way.
Alright, that's where we are now. Feeling good. What's up, Hydraulics? Is it top of the morning for you? Did I write the score? No, this is from the Uncharted 4 soundtrack. Man, I wish I could write music. That would make things so much easier. No, the opening here, this is from Two Steps from Hell album. It's from their album called All Drums Go to Hell. This is cue called Gorilla Raid, and the rest is from the Uncharted 4 soundtrack. This middle section, this is just this cue called Cut to the Chase. And so I'm just structuring this out right now. So the question is, so I really like this cold open, and I just need to fill in the visuals. But I could also move on and figure out the music for the rest of this. But actually, let me work on this music stop here. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. How many reverbs have I made for this so far? 3. Cut to the chase. Reverb 4. 41. Or 40. Or 4. black. Extend this out. Okay. Extend this out. Add a fade here. And add my reverb preset. Let's see. How does this sound? Ooh, can go even longer. Move this up here. 6 a.m. here, yeah. Looks like you have a good handle on it. Thank you. I hope so. 6 a.m. What country is that? So you are, I'm in LA. So that's 1.5. That's like 7.5, 7 hours ahead. Something. Can I do math? I can do math. About 7 to 8 hours.
Always do.
And let's make this start a little bit later. I mean, I wasn't going to assume right away that you're from Ireland because you said top of the morning, because that would be... oh, well, there you go. You're from Ireland. You're probably the first Irish person I've ever heard say top of the morning, which probably says more about how many Irish people I've met than anything else. I mean, I guess Irish-American or American-Irish. I'm sure a lot of people I grew up with have relatives from Ireland.
Always do. Always do.
Took a long...
Let's see. Let's experiment with here. Well, gotta change before the cut. Let's add my reverse cymbal sound effect here until I find a better sound effect for these music transitions.
Took a long time.
I don't know what the visual is going to be when I start here, but it's probably going to start with a white flash.
Took a long time for him to get out of this game.
He chose this. He's meant for this. My God.
Yeah, you pulled off some clever moves there.
Let me take out the yeah.
Yeah, you pulled off some...
Hydraulic says you should visit Ireland. We have pretty landscapes and beer aplenty. I'm all up for that. So is it mostly dark beer, or do they also have lots of other light beers? Because I mean, I just associate like Guinness or something with Ireland. I don't know too much about what else it's like.
Off some clever moves there. But in the end, all that matters is who gets to Avery's treasure first.
I'm done trying to do things the clean way.
Okay. Actually, let's take a look at... So...
How did you, find...
Okay, let's see. How are we going to move into the last bit?
Oh, you know, easy, just...
So... I don't know if we start off with this one.
Hop
If the treasure is here, we'll find it.
What are we doing? We're going up against...
Well, maybe we start with this.
Scour this island to until I'm gonna scour this island. I'm gonna scour this island to until...
Hydraulics, have you played Uncharted 4 yet? I'm kind of going to assume that you are because you're in a stream about making a trailer for it. That also is marked spoilers.
I'm gonna scour this island until I find that treasure.
The superhero hasn't played it, but because he knows that he's not going to, that's fine.
Everyone obsessed with this treasure gets what they deserve.
That's also a good way to come back into it, but kind of like that as a semi-concluding thought.
This thing... What are we doing? We're going up against an... Against an army.
Hop on! Hop on!
Oh, you don't have a PS4. Though your girlfriend's probably going to get one real soon. Well, if that's what's holding you back. The other good thing about the Uncharted games is that, I mean, if it's a fun game to watch someone else play. So if you have at least one person who wants to play it, then the other person can still enjoy it. Hydraulic says, yeah, we import a lot of lagers. Craft beer is quite popular. I have not played with it, but I have... Oh, you haven't played it, but I've watched all the cutscenes. That's cool. Did you play any other Uncharted games? This one especially has more tools that would make it easier to make a cinematic playthrough. Like there's a guy who made one for The Last of Us. So he kind of made like a mini series, which I think is a better approach than trying to make a movie cut. So there's a lot of movie cuts of Uncharted on YouTube, but they usually end up being like 3 hours long or something. I think it's much more suited to being a series because, I mean, it's inspired by like serials and all that sort of thing.
What are we doing? We're going up against an army.
If the treasure is here, we'll find it.
How did you find me anyway?
Oh, you know, easy.
Okay, so to make this line complete, I want to have just Nate just say Elena, which I'm sure we'll be able to find here somewhere. Alright, so this is when we're going to go into spoilers. So...
I can't believe... Elena from...
that intonation's not...
Elena from...
I don't think that will work with that tone.
Elena.
How did you...
No. Elena! How did you find me?
From the stories, that's my wife.
Butcher of Panama, right?
So he told the story of... Well, actually, if he used the dialogue choices, then he only told the story of one of the Uncharted adventures. So, but Elena's in all of them. But that means he told the whole story, but he didn't mention that Elena was his wife while he was telling the story. It's like, oh, and then I met this reporter, Elena Fisher? Who I totally didn't marry. You know, let me... I don't think he says her name when she finds him later, but let's check. This is not a huge priority, but just to make the dialogue work better.
Treasure is as good as...
How's the Malaysia job? Seems like you're a hair off course.
It's gonna make me want to watch this scene again.
Elena, it's... Elena.
You saying Elena, it's... Fudge. How did I lose my place?
Elena. Elena. How did you... Elena, how did you...
You know, I'll do that later. More importantly is the dialogue for this last section.
What are we doing? We're going up against an army.
Hop on!
Elena, how did you...
Hydraulic says, I played the previous versions. I love those cinematic RPGs. I was working late and went to make coffee and stretch legs. Came back and Windows 10 decided to install itself. They got you too! Yeah, they got me. So I called it a night and decided to check your stream out. I enjoy watching creative people work. Thank you for coming by. Yeah, my PC also, I'm working on a Mac right now, but I have a PC for games. Yeah, just one day I booted it up and it was like installing Windows 10. I'm like, all right, I guess this is happening. And I think something else must have happened recently because a bunch of people on Twitter also just recently were like forcibly upgraded to Windows 10 because I guess there's a checkbox which is like opt in, opt out sort of thing that Microsoft just like surreptitiously just like changed. You know, everyone probably made it so then there weren't automatic updates, but then I guess they didn't update and then they made it so then it would automatically update. So all these people on Windows 10 now, and then probably scrambling to find their backup drive so they can restore, which is really shitty. I mean, nothing broke on my computer, but if I also use my computer for work, so if something broke because of that, that would have been really, really annoying. Like, my thought is, if at some point all the computer companies are making like ocular implants or whatever cybernetic things, I would not use the Windows ones or Microsoft ones because maybe I don't want them to upgrade the firmware on my eyes.
What are we doing? We're going up against an army.
Hop on!
How did you, find me anyway?
Oh, you know, easy. Just follow the sound of gunfire.
If the treasure is here, we'll find it.
I'm gonna scour this island until I find that treasure.
Everyone obsessed.
Hydraulic says, dude, I was so annoyed. I usually save often, but I lost about an hour's of work. Didn't want to hit the cancel button, though. And Anna says, I heard that Windows 10 isn't too bad for some people, but I just have many people around me who upgraded it, had not so good experiences. Yes.
Everyone obsessed with this treasure gets what they deserve.
You know, for all your greatness...
What's this here? Oh. Let's get rid of that. Alright, got all these music options here.
What are we doing? We're going up against an army.
Hop on!
How did you, find me anyway?
Oh, you know, easy. Just follow the sound of gunfire.
If the
Yeah, forced updates are bullshit.
Gunfire.
If the treasure is here, we'll find it.
It's kind of a boring line. Because... Well, I'm going to duplicate this and... So I save it. Work in progress 19. Because...
The sound of gunfire.
Maybe I need another line of Nate being all, hey, dude, maybe don't go after the treasure.
Up. Or maybe you wanted to draw him out because you think you need him, and maybe you do. Point is, I'm done trying to do things the clean way. If the treasure is here, we'll find it. It's not personal.
I'm gonna scour this island inch by inch if I have to until I find that treasure. Then you can go home, Nathan.
Do you have any idea what I put on the line to get you here?
Oh, the sound of gunfire.
I'm gonna scour this.
Let me go to one of my earlier cuts, see what dialogue I've cut out since I've started this process.
Can I help you?
Must be something here. Okay, I already know what the little stuff is. This is all exposition. Look how far we've come. This is the first thing I put into a sequence. Just a bunch of chunk of dialogue, and now we're here. It's a little better. This dialogue nicely spread out.
Have the treasure. Now.
Find it.
Found Libertalia.
Libertalia. Seems Avery founded the legendary pirate colony.
More of a pirate utopia, really. See, as the story goes, this place provided a safe haven for hundreds, maybe even thousands of pirates, and they shared everything. I mean, property, resources.
Money?
And they kept it all in one common treasury building.
Where is this commie pirate sanctuary?
Right here. That island.
Hydraulics asking how long is the trailer? Right now I'm aiming for it to be like 2.5 minutes. I mean, only as long as it needs to be. Right now, actually, we're on track for it to be maybe not even 2.5 minutes long. I'm not going to make it longer than it needs to be, but I'd say no more. Because like right now, I mean, this part here is still a lot of holes, and I might need to make more room for more action scenes, or to make them longer, what have you. But so this last section here, you know, if I was gonna make this 2.5 minutes long, then this last section would be like a minute long, which I probably don't need that much time.
Just northeast of Kings Bay. Libertalia.
The long lost.
It's a map.
Yeah, right there. That's our. No, it's.
You just don't know when to.
Actually, maybe have this line.
Quit.
No, don't you even think about it. You hear me?
I gotta see this thing through, Nick.
Oh wait. Did I lose those dialogues? No, wait, they're in a cut here. That's why.
For all your greatness, Nate, you have nothing.
I'm sorry.
You have nothing.
I'm sorry I got you into this.
And I warned.
This.
And I warned you. And I warned you to get out of my way.
I gotta see this thing through, Nathan.
So long.
You just.
He's talking over this. I don't know if I use this dialogue.
Victor, with all due respect, maybe we just.
Hydraulics asked, do you do this professionally or is it more of a hobby? I actually do it professionally now. I don't get to work on quite the caliber games like Uncharted. I've gotten to work on some fairly big games. But it did start as a hobby. Out of college, I worked as an assistant at a movie trailer company for a few years. And then after that, I worked at a DVD production place where I got to do some kind of trailers, which that was kind of a good practice period for me. And then I started doing some game trailers because, well, the first one I did was not the first, but the first one that I liked was I did a Metal Gear Solid 4 trailer, because if you've watched any Metal Gear trailers, you know that they're super long, and the reason is because Hideo Kojima cuts them, so it makes perfect sense. But I wanted a trailer that was shorter and more like a movie trailer style instead of kind of very long and drawn out. So I did one of those, and I like downloaded the cutscenes for 4, and then after that I got a capture card and I did one for Uncharted 2, and then just kind of kept doing it, not like super frequently, because I'm kind of lazy. And then kind of gradually, I got some gigs here and there, and now I'm in LA and I've worked freelance at some agencies doing game trailers. And I also do some indie game trailers. If you go to my YouTube channel, or actually, if you just go to my portfolio page, you can see some stuff I've done. Some of those I did totally freelance, and some of those I worked at agencies. If you click on the descriptions, you see that if it says like, there's this place I worked at called Hammer Creative, which I got to cut some like Mortal Kombat X trailers there, and like a lot of Lego trailers. But yeah, just I like the Naughty Dog games are kind of a no-brainer to want to do trailers for because they're so cinematic and gorgeous.
You know, for all your greatness, Nate, you have nothing.
I'm sorry I got you into this.
And I warned you to get out of my way.
I gotta see this thing through, Nathan.
So long, Nathan Drake.
Victor, with all due respect, maybe just
You just don't know when to...
No, I walks over it.
Okay, let's ruin this asshole.
Excuse me. Let me check my notes again. See if there's any more dialogues I could be using this back third. I feel like I could maybe like use one more thing. And yes, I did. And I did work for the Behemoth. I did the trailers for Battle Block Theater. Well, almost all the trailers, not the first few. And I animated the cutscenes in Battle Block Theater. That got me started. And I've done the whatever video stuff they need for Pit People, which is Game 4, which closed beta coming up pretty soon. They haven't announced when yet. If you like turn-based strategy games, or even if you don't, it's gonna be good. If you like Behemoth games and poop and fun and co-op. Okay, none of this. I mean, I've sorted this into sections of the trailer that I think these dialogues would fit into. But let's just read through, see what we got. No. Let's see. All right, superhero, thanks for hanging out. Enjoy your haircut. You boys are very noisy. Yes. Anna's a friend of mine. She works for the Behemoth. She is their full-time plush smith. So if you've bought anything very soft from the Behemoth, she is the one who made the prototype or design. Nadine Follows. Okay, no. I think I'm okay. I should just think about the music. And dialogue will find its way. Alright, so we got a few options. Actually, I already know I'm going to use those scenes. I don't need to leave them there. Let's just see what these things are here. Because if I don't want to use these at all, I'm just going to get rid of these. Nope. Just tell from the way that this music is, I'm not going to use this for the very end. Because this is very... This music is very much not climactic music. It's kind of a holding pattern. Yeah, no, I'm not going to use any of this. So, let's see. What do we got? So, this is a section that we just finished, so I wouldn't start here. Yeah. I just had a crazy thought, but let's listen to this thing first before I... Hydraulics has great looking portfolio. Do motion graphics too, I take it? LCU done trailer for Mass Effect, another series I'm fond of. Yeah, I do a little bit of motion graphics. It's not really the thing I'm best at. I'm more of an editor. I mean, I know my way around After Effects, and if you've played Battle Block Theater, I did all the cutscenes, which that's probably the most impressive motion graphics thing I've done. Which people who actually do motion graphics would probably still not be that impressed with. So the thing with motion graphics is that I'm pretty decent at pushing the buttons, but designing graphics is really, really hard, at least for me. And yeah, I did Mass Effect because I wanted to do... God. I've been sitting on a Mass Effect 2 trailer or a incomplete Mass Effect 2 trailer for literally years. Like, I've probably upgraded Premiere like 4 or 5 times in the time that I started Mass Effect 2 trailer. But I wanted to do FemShep trailers because they didn't do any official FemShep trailers until Mass Effect 3. So I'm like, well, and then I was checking online on like YouTube to see if there were any other FemShep trailers, and I found like 3, but of course everything else is, you know, Broshep, who has his charms, but FemShep can like say her lines and sound good saying them, whereas Dude Shep sounds like a dork, which is, it's endearing in its own way. But I figured FemShep deserves good trailers, so I've only done 1. Someday I'll get to 2. I did a stream. That was one of my first streams. I had like a sequence which just had all this dialogue in it, and I finally went in and kind of cut it down. But then I stopped at the music search part because that's the worst part. All right, so my crazy thought is I wonder if I can blend these 2 cues together. Excuse me. Because the beginning part of this cue isn't super interesting, but the beginning of this one is, but the end isn't as cool. So let's just investigate this possibility. All right, CV Fairchild, you look like a spammer, so you are timed out. But I am flattered that you showed up at my place, in my stream, to post spam, to irritate me and the other people in chat. Thank you for thinking about the little guy. I'm glad you don't discriminate. Or I'm not, because spammers are annoying. There's probably something I could install to get rid of spammers, but it's still so small, I don't really need to worry about installing bots yet. Let's just throw this on here and see what happens. Hold on. Okay, actually, what if this starts here on it? So this cue will kick in as this one's ending. We'll just see what happens. Hydraulic says, I think FemShep is appealing to guys and gals alike. I think people like playing characters so far different than themselves. Yeah, that is very true. And, like, I mean, also if you're just not straight white dude, then you're already doing that. That's the thing that I see, like I follow some, like, Asian American interest blogs, and a thing that you see a lot said by movie executives and stuff is like, oh, well, you know, we wouldn't have Asian character or Hispanic character or whatever because people wouldn't be able to relate to this character if it was like that. It's like, really? Well, do you know what every single non-straight white male person in the world has been doing their entire life while watching movies in Hollywood? They've been relating to a person who is not like them. Anna, yeah, there was I've seen it already. There's Twitch bots that show up and give like a link to something that's like a JPEG, which I thought I actually had turned off links for people who are in chat, but I guess I didn't. But yeah, I think you get like a virus or who knows. Maybe you get something installed on your computer. But yeah, so yeah, as long as the story is good, and the person is human and relatable, it doesn't, then it's easy, then you can relate to them because we all deal with very similar shit. All right, see what happens with this. That sort of works. I mean, if I had like a kind of like a white flash slow thing there, maybe. Let's keep it for now because it didn't make me want to like kill myself. Yeah, it popped up really quick, so I just got rid of it right away. The spammer. Yeah, I timed them out. And also, well, yeah, no, I guess because the video is behind for you, I don't know how long, but the chat is still in real time. Maybe have the flash follow the tempo of the track on the downbeat. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do, let me just put in a bit of white here. Cause, let me just listen to this again. Maybe it's a little bit later. Oh wait, yeah. Needs to be here. Actually, kind of. I'm just gonna futz with this. By the way, if you think that sounds terrible, tell me. I still have another music cue here. But I really want to use... It'd be great if I could use mostly only the soundtrack. Or the other option is to have another music stop down, and then kick in the music after that, which would be probably smoother. But I'm a little worried about having too many stop downs. Like right now, well, having stop down in the cold open's fine. But then I have one here, which is fine because it's going to a new section. Yeah, negative 12 dB is low. I'm not worried about the sound mix right now. This is all just structure. It's I think this second cue, the tempo is a little bit faster, so it feels a little bit wonky. Oh wait, actually that sounds better. I started a little bit later. Yeah, Maybe a little bit late. Anyway, let me get this white flash in here. So it'd be something like this. There used to be this really good plugin for Final Cut 7 called Too Much Too Soon or something like that, which had really good like fade to white sort of things. So, but these here that kind of gets to full opacity too quickly. Or maybe I need to rubber band this. Do you even know what my shortcuts are for the pen tool? Because I never use a pen tool. Yeah, they're crossfading right now. Hydraulics. Can I like, ooh, Bezier curves. Yeah. Yeah. Let's make this bigger. Yeah, Bezier curves. No. And I want to see the other handle. Can I do this in the... Let me see. How am I supposed to manipulate this if I can't get the other handle? No. All right, let me grab this here so I can... No, how do I break... Okay, there we go. Like this. And then this comes down. I want this to very quickly... That should be faster. Something like that. Not set in stone, but this is the current plan. Doesn't sound completely terrible. All right, well, let's still investigate this other queue. Okay, so I like the beginning of that part, but this part here is less interesting to me. And I mean, this part's better because it's rising. So, it's a cool cue, but it doesn't feel as dramatic and emotional to me as this other thing. So, I'm going to duplicate this again, so then I know that I have that edited version of that cue hanging around somewhere, but I'm going to delete it from this one. And I'll just group together this white flash with this part here.
But in the end, all that matters is who gets to Aiden's treasure first.
I'm done trying to do things the clean way.
Let's start there. See how that sounds.
And all that matters is who gets to Aiden's treasure first.
I'm done trying to do things the clean way.
No, this needs to be much louder when it starts. I know I need to reverb this out too. And find a different sound effect or something. You start here.
What matters is who gets to Aiden's treasure first.
I'm done trying to do things the clean way.
I kind of feel like this should be a little bit later.
I'm trying to do things the clean way.
Yeah, that sounds better. And I'm going to try to find some better sound effect transitions instead of just using this same cymbal rise over and over again. But just for now, let's leave this, which probably means, when I say for now, it probably means I'm just going to keep it. But we'll see. Okay. And, okay, so we have our ending here. Well, here's the thing, is that, so originally I was going to end on cool, sick motorcycle shot, but if we're ending on dramatic music, maybe we end on something else? Maybe, I don't know, maybe it could be the John Woo action with slow music going on thing.
That'll be close!
Still all up in the air. Or actually, let's go back to this cue because I like the thing that happens after the thing ends. We can cut this in. And just use this part. No. Because then it would be like this. No, it doesn't. Forget that. Forget it. I didn't do that. That never happened. Yeah, having to end on this cue might just change it entirely. But since it's here, let's just see what happens if I put this. Let's just see what it's like anyway. Then I could say, then I could look at it and know for sure whether or not it sucks. Let's take out the audio.
little slimy. Well, give it a pull. What? Could be a trap.
You're already in there. What's the worst that could happen?
I lose my hand?
So we'll get you a nice hook.
See, I don't know if that works anymore. If it's like, you know, super sentimental and dramatic at the end. Even if I put some music under that. I'll leave it there for now. So let's roughly put in this dialogue I have here, and then we'll go from there. We could actually watch, see if we have a trailer structure that I could fill in visuals, which is the fun part. This is getting to the fun part. This is more interesting than watching me organize footage. At least I think it is.
What are we doing? Going up against an army?
I know. We're mixing later. Just figuring out the dialogue.
What are we doing? Going up against an army?
Maybe move this for later. So the thing is that the beginning here, it just doesn't, the music doesn't do that much stuff. Whereas it needs to be really building up, or it needs dialogue which is appropriate to that. So let me see some of this dialogue here.
What are we doing? Going up against an army?
I'm gonna scour this island until I find that treasure.
What if do like this?
What are we doing?
I'm gonna scour this island.
Or maybe put Sam's thing first.
I'm gonna scour this island until I find that treasure.
Where do we end?
I'm gonna scour this island until I find that treasure.
What are we doing? Going up against an army?
No, you know what? Maybe let's contextualize Sam's line with Nadine's line. So we come back.
Everyone.
No, no sooner. See, this is why you trim your dialogue clips so then that they start at the beginning of the dialogue. That way you know exactly where it starts. So you can make precise timing things like this. Timing decisions.
Everyone. Everyone obsessed with this treasure gets what they deserve.
What are we doing?
Same goes here. See, if I had trimmed like that before, I would have known to start this a little bit sooner.
With this treasure gets what they deserve.
What are we doing? Going up against an army?
I'm gonna scour this island.
Against an army? Going up against an army?
I'm gonna scour this island until I find that treasure.
It sounds a little weird here.
I'm gonna scour this island until I find that.
Whoa. Yeah, 'cause I mean, I did cut something out. What do you say?
By inch if I have to until. By inch if I have to until I find that treasure.
Yeah, I think there was a 2 stuck in there.
Until I find... I'm gonna scour this island until I find that treasure.
Just a little jump there. Fade this.
I'm gonna scour this island until I find that treasure.
See, look what a difference a fade makes. Why not use markers on the audio? You mean like mark up where the dialogue is? That's another good option. This is just how I do it, but I'd consider that in the future.
I'm gonna scour this island until I find that.
Oh yeah, I was gonna.
I'm gonna scour this island until I find.
Yeah, here's little tiny pops. I just put a 2-frame transition there.
I'm gonna scour this island until I find that treasure. I'm gonna scour this island.
Raise this up a little bit.
Going up against an army.
I'm gonna scour this island until I find that treasure. Until I find that treasure.
Oh, you know, easy. Just follow the sound of gunfire.
Not the dialogue, the dramatic elements in the score so you can match up the dialogue. Oh, yeah, I normally do that. I guess during this part here, I got lazy. I could go back and do that. I just didn't for this section. I think because, so this music here, you can see in the very beginning, I was marking like everything. And then as it went on, I got a little bit lazier. And also some of the drum beats in here aren't quite as strong. So I'm like, I'll get to it later. So the answer is laziness. But it's a good idea. Thank you.
You know, for all your greatness, Nate,
Sorry. Gotta see this. Get out of me. I'm sorry I got you into this. Sorry I got you into this. I'm sorry I got you into this. I gotta see this thing through me. I gotta... I'm sorry I got you into this. I gotta... I'm sorry I got you into this. I gotta see this thing through, Nathan. I gotta see this thing through, Nathan.
Take this out because I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. Motorcycle might just be in like the middle section, and then maybe the end will be the end will be a little more emotional in terms of the shots instead of bombastic. Ugh, I still want to put Elena in though.
you know, for all your greatness, Nate, you have nothing. And I warned you to get out of my way. Get out of my way.
Take out Rafe's long sigh here.
So long, Nathan. So long, Nathan Drake.
Maybe just leave this.
Don't.
No, not using that. Ugh, excuse me.
See this thing through, Nathan.
Nathan Drake. So long, Nathan Drake.
That's just an idea right now. It's not set in stone.
I'm gonna scour this island until I find that treasure.
Yeah, so long, Nathan Drake. I was thinking, well, I mean, either way, I was thinking it'd be a good ending because it's called A Thief's End, so it's like, oh, is he gonna kill him? And also, it's just show like one of the last shots in the whole game, which, whatever. It's not the official trailer. It's my trailer. It's more meant to help you relive the game than necessarily be the thing that teases you so that you can buy the game and enjoy it. But I mean, I hope it does that too. But you know, I just like the structure of trailers and the music and everything. It's exciting and fun to watch. And that's what I want it to be. You know, don't have 15 hours to play Uncharted 4 again. Watch my trailer. Is what a cool thing that I would like.
I find that treasure.
You know, for all your greatness, Nate, you have nothing. And I warned you to get out of my way. You have nothing.
Hydraulic says it would encourage me to want to play the game. Well, thank you. Or that is a good sign.
Sorry I got you into this.
See, now this sounds like it comes too soon. Need a little bit of time.
Sorry I got you into this. I gotta see this thing through, Nathan. I gotta see this thing through, Nathan. So long. I'm sorry I got you into this. I gotta see this. I'm sorry I got you into this. I gotta see this thing through, Nathan.
So long, Nathan Drake.
I must dash. The kids are awake. Time to play a daddy roll. Have fun. Thanks for hanging out, Hydraulics. Have fun. Let me see if I can get this Elena line in here.
Trying to do things the clean way. Everyone obsessed with this treasure gets what they deserve.
What are we doing? Going up against an army?
I'm gonna scour this island until I find that treasure.
You know, for all your greatness, Nate, you have nothing. And I warned you to get out of my way.
Okay, I'm gonna keep this, but I think I found a spot where this Elena line could fit in. Let me take out this. What are we doing? We're going against an army. Let's see how this... Oh god, of course.
Everyone obsessed with his treasure gets what they deserve.
Did you find me anything?
Oh, you know, easy. Just follow the sound of gunfire.
I'm gonna scour this island until I find that treasure. Till I find that treasure.
Go for all your greatness, Nate.
Maybe I'll put this first and then the Elena line.
I'm gonna scour this island until I find that treasure.
Find me anything?
Oh, you know, easy. Just follow the sound of gunfire.
Go for all your...
Or... Let's duplicate this one again, because I have another idea. Just don't want to lose anything I just did, even though it was dirt easy to change that.
Oh, you know, easy. Just follow the sound of gunfire.
Everyone obsessed with his treasure gets what they deserve.
Maybe I move this here.
Gunfire.
I'm gonna scour this island until I find that treasure.
Everyone obsessed with his treasure gets what they deserve.
Go for all your greatness, Nate. You have nothing.
Or maybe... I'm just thinking of how these dialogues feel when they play in different orders.
Go for all your greatness.
Treasure.
Go for all your greatness, Nate. You have nothing.
Everyone obsessed with his treasure gets what they deserve.
Yeah, but then Rafe's dialogues don't flow as well. So let's think of...
How did you find me anyway?
Oh, you know, easy. Just follow the sound of gunfire.
I'm gonna scour this island until I find that treasure.
Everyone obsessed with his treasure gets what they deserve.
You know, for all your greatness, Nate, you have nothing.
And I warned you to get out of my way.
Okay. So, or...
Everyone obsessed with his treasure gets what they deserve.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna scour this island until I find that treasure.
How did you find me anyway?
Oh, you know, easy. Just follow the sound of gunfire.
You know, for all your greatness,
Yeah,
Nate.
that doesn't work because it's a joke in the middle of all this serious stuff.
Everyone obsessed with his treasure gets what they deserve.
What are we doing? We're going up against an army.
I'm gonna scour this island until I find that treasure.
You know, for all your greatness, Nate, you have nothing.
Thing is, I just really want that Elena line. Because she's only in the trailer like one time otherwise. Though I mean I could use her in action scenes too, but I want to give her a line.
How did you find me anyway?
Oh, you know, easy. Just follow the sound of gunfire.
I'm gonna scour this island until I find that treasure.
Everyone obsessed with his treasure gets what they deserve.
You know, for all your greatness, Nate, you have nothing.
Okay. Let's just watch this straight through. Even let's do a mix here, so it's quick and dirty mix.
long time.
Well, not quick and
Took a
dirty.
long time for him to get out of this game.
He chose this. He's meant for this. Oh my God. He's meant for this. He's meant for this. Oh my God.
You pulled off some clever moves there.
Audio pop.
Moves there. You pulled off some clever moves there. But in the end, all that matters is who gets to Avery's treasure first.
I'm done trying to do things the clean way.
Oh, shit!
How did you, find me anyway? How did you, find me anyway?
Oh, you know. Oh, you know, easy. Just follow. Oh, you know, easy. Just follow the sound of gunfire.
I'm gonna scour this island until I find that treasure.
Everyone obsessed with his treasure gets what they... Everyone
No.
Everyone...
Too loud, too loud.
Everyone obsessed with his treasure gets what they deserve.
You know, for all your greatness, Nate, you have nothing. You know, for all your greatness... You know, for all your greatness, Nate, you have nothing. And I warned you. And I warned you. To get out of my... To get out of my way. To get out of my way.
I'm sorry I got you into this. I gotta see this thing through, Nathan.
So long, Nathan. So long, Nathan Drake. So long, Nathan Drake.
Took a long... Took a long time for him to get out of this game.
He chose this.
Took a long time for him to get out of this game.
Bring that up.
Took a long time for him to get out of this. Took a long time. Took a long time. Took a long time for him. Took a long time for him to get out of this game.
He chose this.
Took a long time. Took a long time for him to get out of this game. Took a long time for him to get out of this game. To get out of this game. Him to get out of this game.
He chose this. He chose this. He chose this. He chose this. He's meant for... He chose this. He's meant for this. Oh my God. My God.
You pulled off some clever moves there. You pulled off some clever moves there.
Just raising in lower levels.
You pulled off some clever moves there. But in the end, all that matters.
In the end, I'm just going to remix it all anyway. Just from the beginning. Use loudness meters and all that.
But in the end, all that matters is who gets to Avery's treasure first.
I'm done trying to do things that...
But in the end, all that matters is who gets to Avery's treasure first.
I'm done trying to do things the clean way.
How did you, find me anyway?
Oh, yeah.
How did you, find me anyway?
Oh, you know, easy. Just follow the sound of gunfire.
I'm gonna scour this island until I find that.
I think I need... Well, need a shot there after that to pay it off of gunfire. So let's move this over.
You know, easy. Just follow the sound of gunfire.
How did you, find... How did you,
No. Raise it 45 dB.
How did you, How did you, find me anyway?
Oh, you know, easy. Just follow the...
How did you, find me anyway?
Oh, you know, easy. Just follow the sound of gunfire. Gunfire. Gunfire.
That's weird. Are these grouped together? Yeah, how'd that happen?
Gunfire. Fire.
I'm gonna scour this island. I'm gonna scour this island until I find that treasure.
Everyone.
And that treasure. That treasure.
Everyone obsessed with this treasure gets what they deserve. This treasure gets what they deserve.
There's a music cue kick in right here.
Fire.
Tighten up this timing a little bit here.
I'm gonna scour this island until I find that treasure.
Everyone obsessed with this treasure gets what they deserve. Everyone obsessed with this treasure gets what they deserve.
So then that right after the dialogue, then the music starts getting exciting again.
Gets what they deserve. Gets what they deserve.
You know, for all your greatness, Nate, you have nothing.
You know, for all your greatness, Nate, you have nothing. You have nothing. Nothing. And I... And I warned you to get... to get out of my way. Out of my way.
I'm sorry I got you into this. 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 You into this. You into this. This. I gotta see. Throw Nathan. Throw Nathan. Throw Nathan.
So long, Nathan Drake. Drake.
A little slimy. Well, give it a pull. What? Could be a trap.
You're already in there. What's the worst that can happen?
I lose my hand?
So we'll get you a nice hook.
Okay. Oh my god, do we have an actual trailer structure here? Let's watch and listen.
Guys, what are we doing here?
Sticking to the plan.
Was this part of the plan?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Through here. Ah, hell. Nathan, you still there? Right behind you. Keep going. This is crazy.
We're close.
Come on. Come on. I'm coming. I'm coming. Nathan!
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for my little brother.
Sam?
It's good to see you again, Nathan. We found the Battaglia.
Henry Avery and his 400 million in jewels and gold.
His name Hector Alcazar ringing about with you.
Butcher of Panama, right? Why?
3 months, half the treasure. If you run, I'll know.
This is bad.
Let me just adjust some of those audio levels there. This is super high, and Alcazar line here is super low.
Yeah, I'm
Sam?
It's good to see you again, Nathan. We found the Battaglia.
Henry.
His name Hector Alcazar.
Speak up.
His name Hector Alcazar ringing about with you.
Butcher of Panama.
So some of these lines
What are we
are
doing
super
here?
close together.
Sticking to the plan.
Was this part of the plan?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Through here. The plan?
I don't know.
Through here. Ah, hell. Nathan, you still there? Right behind you. Keep going. This is crazy. Nathan, you still there? Right behind you. This is behind you. This is crazy.
We're close.
Come on. Come on. I'm coming. I'm coming. Nathan!
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for my little brother.
Sam?
It's good to see you again, Nathan. We found the Battaglia.
Henry Avery and his 400 million in jewels and gold.
Does the name Hector Alcazar ring a bell with you?
Butcher of Panama, right? Why?
3 months, half the treasure. If you run, I'll know.
This is bad.
You do realize that Rafe knows you're coming. Plus, he's got Nadine and a whole army to back him up.
Don't rush. Make sure that you're safe.
Oh, I will.
I didn't mix this section, did I? Did not at all.
You do realize... No.
Derp.
You do realize that Rafe knows you're coming. Plus, he's got Nadine...
That's another thing. If there's a strong beat right after a section that's going to be kind of quiet, I don't even bother fading that.
You do realize that Rafe knows you're... You do realize that Rafe knows you're coming. Plus, he's got Nadine and a whole army to back him up.
Don't rush.
Ugh, excuse me. Beer.
Don't rush. Make sure that you're safe.
Oh, I will. Always do. Always do.
Okay. Let's start from here. Does this door close?
If you run, I'll know. If you run, I'll know.
This is bad.
You do realize that Rafe knows you're coming. Plus, he's got Nadine and a whole army to back him up.
Don't rush. Make sure that you're safe.
Oh, I will. Always do.
Took a long time for him to get out of this game.
He chose this. He's meant for this. Oh my God.
You pulled off some clever moves there. But in the end, all that matters is who gets to Avery's treasure first.
I'm done trying to do things the clean way.
How did you, find me anyway?
Oh, you know, easy. Just follow the sound of gunfire.
I'm gonna scour this island until I find that treasure.
Everyone obsessed with this treasure gets what they deserve.
You know, for all your greatness, Nate, you have nothing. And I warned you to get out of my way.
I'm sorry I got you into this. I gotta see this thing through, Nathan.
So long, Nathan Drake.
A little slimy. Well, give it a pull. What? Could be a trap.
You're already in there. What's the worst that can happen?
I lose my hand?
So we'll get you a nice hook.
All right. Well, I'm feeling pretty good about the sections, but I don't know. After this boat part here and it starts up again, and the music doesn't seem that different, got me a little worried. I am worried that I'm trying to put in way too much. I don't know. Is it too many sections? I'm probably going to sit on this and then watch it a couple million times. Or maybe I'll put in visuals and then watch it a few million times and see how I feel about it then. But yeah, feel like a pretty good place. This opening I feel good about. Intro I feel good about. It's just these sections back here. Because it's two more stop downs before the end. So like cold open, intro exposition, then some more exposition, then some final thoughts, and then I'd have this wonky music transition. I like the parts so much, but I don't know if they go together well or not. Is it too much? Okay, I'll watch it one more time. I'll just leave this open. You can see the timeline as you're watching.
Guys, what are we doing here?
Sticking to the plan.
Was this part of the plan?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Through here! Ah, hell. Nathan, you still there?
Right behind you.
This is crazy!
We're close.
Come on, come on!
I'm coming, I'm coming.
Nathan!
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'm looking for my little brother.
Sam?
It's good to see you again, Nathan. You found the Vitalia.
Henry Avery and his 400 million in jewels and gold.
Does the name Hector Alcazar ring a bell with you?
Butcher of Panama, right? Why?
3 months, half the treasure. If you run, I'll know.
This is bad.
You do realize that Rafe knows you're coming. Plus, he's got Nadine and a whole army to back him up.
Don't rush. Make sure that you're safe.
Oh, I will. Always do.
Took a long time for him to get out of this game.
He chose this. He's meant for this. Oh my God.
You pulled off some clever moves there. But in the end, all that matters is who gets to Avery's treasure first.
I'm done trying to do things the clean way.
How did you, find me anyway?
Oh, you know, easy. Just follow the sound of gunfire.
I'm gonna scour this island until I find that treasure.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, finger slipped.
I'm gonna scour this island until I find that treasure.
Everyone obsessed with this treasure gets what they deserve.
You know, for all your greatness, Nate, you have nothing. And I warned you to get out of my way.
I'm sorry I got you into this. I gotta see this thing through, Nathan.
So long, Nathan Drake.
All right. I'm going to stop here because it is past midnight. But feeling good. Feeling good. Next time, get to do fun stuff. Put in cool action scenes, sync them to music, add sound effects, and just, yeah. I don't know how much we'll get done, but also I don't know exactly if I'll be able to resume tomorrow because I have a lot of freelance stuff I need to take care of. Because also at work I'm gonna be super busy next week. So, I mean, I'll tweet out when I'm going live, like always. But, yeah. Thanks for everyone who watched, and I will see you next time. All right?